Ayan, no? So, welcome, no, for our today's lesson. So, we will be discussing the inverse Laplace transform and the properties of Laplace transform, no? Iisa-isahin natin yung properties na Laplace transform kasi medyo mahaba siya na konti, no? So, let's start with inverse Laplace transform. Noong nakaraan, we have already discussed the Laplace transform, no? Paano ba nabuo yung ating Laplace transform table. So, essential din na malaman natin dapat ano yung inverse Laplace transform. Bakit? The inverse Laplace transform is the correspondence between the frequency domain function, yung f of s natin, and the time domain function, f of t. No? So, kumbaga, ibabalik natin from frequency domain, kailangan natin siya definitely ibalik into time domain. Okay? Bakit? Bakit natin siya kailangan? Siyempre, nag-shift tayo from one, parang kumbaga parang ano siya parang multiverse, parang gano'n. Nag-shift tayo from one universe to another universe. Then definitely kailangan natin bumalik dun sa original universe. No, ganun din dito kay Laplace. Na-convert tayo from time domain to frequency domain, and definitely kailangan din natin siya i-convert pabalik, or alam natin dapat siya i-convert pabalik from frequency domain to time domain. Okay, so this is the general formula of the inverse Laplace transform. F of t is equal to, yun yung hinahanap na nating function, no? Dati yan yung kinukuhaan natin ng Laplace, ngayon ito na yung ayun na yung kinahanap natin. Okay, so f of t is equal to the inverse Laplace of f of s, yun yung ating function in the frequency domain. Okay, and the formula is 1 over 2 pi j multiplied to the closed loop integral of e raised to st f of s ds from sigma minus j infinity multiplied to infinity to sigma plus j multiplied to infinity. Okay, so hindi advisable gamitin, no, itong formula na to. Bakit? This is actually sabi dito, no, this operation involves the integration in the complex domain and requires conformal mapping to evaluate the integral. So, hindi siya ganun kadali i-evaluate. So, instead, we will just be using the same table, no, yung Laplace transform table natin. But instead, from f of t to f of s, pabaliktad. F of s to f of t. Okay? So, format lang. For example, no, yan, tinatanong dito, find the inverse Laplace transform of the two functions, no. So, start muna tayo dito kay a. F of s is equal to 1 over s plus 3. Okay? So, we have solution natin, no? Paano ba natin to simulan, no? So, dito ko na lang isusulat. Okay. So, you need to be aware of the formula, no? Yung mga formats natin dun sa table. Okay. Meron tayong 1 over s plus, let's say, a constant, no? Let's say this is a. This is a, no? 1 over s minus a yung ating formula for the inverse for the Laplace transform of e raised to at, di ba? Recall lang to, no? So, the Laplace transform of e raised to at, di ba? This is equivalent to 1 over s minus a. Okay? So, this is the formula for e raised to at. Okay. So, somewhat malapit na siya, no? Actually, malapit na. So, 1 over s minus a. So, ano kaya yung value na a natin dito? So, since this is s plus 3, di ba? As we all know, burahin ko lang to. As we all know, this is also equivalent to ito. Di ba? This is also equivalent to s minus negative 3. So, therefore, a is equal to negative 3. Okay, therefore, the inverse Laplace transform, okay, of this function is equal to, yung f of t natin, is equal to e raised to negative 3t. Yan. Yan yung ating Laplace, inverse Laplace transform ng function 1 over s plus 3. Okay? Next, f of s is equal to s over s squared plus 16. No? So, siguro familiar na sa inyo yung table, so madali nyo na malalaman. Meron akong s. Okay, then I have s squared plus 16. Okay, so this can be, pagkabaga, malapit siya sa Laplace transform ng cosine. Cosine 80. Bakit? Ano ba Laplace transform ng cosine 80? Diba that is s over s squared plus a squared. 'Diba? Yan yung kanyang Laplace transform. So, pwede natin gamitin to, no, for to determine the inverse Laplace transform. Okay, so we have ito yung ating a squared, no? Ayan. So, ibig sabihin, a is equal to 4, no? So, therefore, the inverse Laplace transform, okay, the inverse Laplace transform is equal to, baba ko lang. Hindi, sige, okay na pala. The inverse Laplace transform is equal to cosine, what is a? Diba that is 4? So, cosine 4t. Ayan. This is the answer. Okay, that is the inverse Laplace transform of the function s over s squared plus 16. Okay, so basically that's how inverse Laplace transform works, no? So in the properties, no, mas lalaliman pa natin yung discussion with the inverse Laplace transform. Okay, so dito tayo. Okay. So let's jump into, for the meantime, no, for the properties of Laplace and inverse Laplace transforms. Okay, we have our first property, the linearity property. Sabi dito, the Laplace operator is both homogeneous and additive. Okay, so let's say, no, I have a function f of t, no, then kinuha ko yung kanyang Laplace transform, which is essentially f of s. Okay, however, f of t is a function with two components, a multiplied to f1 of t, tsaka b multiplied to f2 of t. No, sabi dito, no, it is homogeneous and additive. So pagka sinubstitute natin ito, no, pag sinubstitute natin to with the value of f of t, it will give us this, no, the inverse, the Laplace transform of a multiplied to f1 of t plus b f2 of t, no, that is equal to a f1 of s plus b f2 of s. No, so yun yung tinutukoy lang nung linearity property. Okay? So, medyo straightforward lang naman to, no? Ayan, wala namang kakaiba dyan. Ayan. So, sige. So, let us find the Laplace transform of f of t is equal to t squared plus 2 squared, quantity squared. No? So, dun muna tayo. Ayan. So, expand ko siya muna, no, kasi there we have wala pa tayong alam, no, or wala tayong formula for a squared, no, a squared function, no, unlike ng mga integrals and differentials natin, pwede mag-use substitution. Sa Laplace walang ganon, no, so we really need to what? Ito expand. No, so pag in-expand natin 'to, 'di ba? We have t to the fourth plus 4t squared plus 4, no? Then ito yung kukunin natin yung Laplace transform. Okay? So we have f of s is equal to, what is the Laplace transform of t to the fourth? So that is n factor. Diba t raised to n is equal to n factorial over s raised to n plus 1. So we have 4 factorial over s raised to 4 plus 1. No? Then we have yan. Then we have plus, okay. So homogeneous property, pag may constant, lalabas yung constant, no? So 4 multiply to, what is the Laplace transform of t squared? So that is 2 factorial over s raised to 2 plus 1. Diba? Then we have plus 4, no? So plus 4 times, so alam natin na pagka constant, 'di ba, pag sa ating Laplace transform table natin, kapag ang tinahanap is the Laplace transform of a, that is equal to a over s, no? So we have 4 times 1 over s. Hinihiwalay ko lang yung mga constant, no, para hindi siya nakakalito. No, mas madali ko kasi siya matanda kapag ganito. Okay, so 4 factorial is equal to 4 times 3 is 12 times 2 is 24, no? Over s raised to 4 plus 1 is s raised to 5. Then plus 4 times 2 factorial, so that is 2, no? 2 times 4 is 8 over s cubed, no? Then we have plus 4 over s. This is the Laplace transform of the function. Okay? So, yun lang naman yung gustong sabihin ng linearity property, no? Yung mga ganyang bagay lang. Next, we have letter B. Sabi dito, no? f of t is equal to 2e raised to negative 3t plus cosine 3t. No? So, kunin natin yung Laplace transform. So, wala naman tayo masisimplify dito. Kunin na lang natin yung Laplace transform. So, we have 2, yung f of s natin. Okay. 2 times, no? Ano ang Laplace transform ng e raised to at? Diba that is 1 over s plus a. Kapag ka ganon, no? So, 1 over s minus pala, s minus a, sorry. S minus negative 3. Plus, the Laplace transform of cosine 80, no? So, that is s over s squared plus a squared. So, s squared plus a squared. So, okay lang yun, no? Kahit unti-untiin nyo, na mas okay ng medyo mabagal ka unti kaysa padalos-dalos, no? Masasanay din naman kayo, bibilis din kayo eventually, no? Sa pag-evaluate. So, you have 2 over s plus 3 plus s over s squared plus 9. So, this is the Laplace transform of the function. Okay? So, that's for the Laplace, no? So, next, syempre, alam natin Laplace, inverse Laplace tayo, no? So, ito yung mga pinapahanap sa atin. So, find the inverse Laplace transform of the following functions. No? So, we have f of s is equal to s raised to 5 minus 4s cubed plus 16s squared plus 48 over s raised to 6. Okay, so yun muna tayo. Letter A. Ayan. No, so pag mga ganito, no, pag for example, kahit hindi sa inverse, kahit sa Laplace, no, sa Laplace transform mismo, kung may mga ganitong problems kayo may encounter, basagin nyo agad yung numerator. Okay, and upon distributing yung ipaghiwa-hiwalayin nyo yung yung fraction, kailangan yung dalhin yung same denominator sa lahat. No, so this will become s raised to 5 over s raised to 6 minus 4s cubed over s raised to 6 plus 16s squared over s raised to 6 plus 48 over s raised to 6. Okay, tapos simplify nyo lang, no? Algebraic simplification lang. So, this will become just 1. Oops, sorry. Yung s cube lang ang ika-cancel natin para dito ay maging cube din. Then, s squared, s to the 6 magiging 4, no? Tapos, ayan. Then, rewrite lang natin para mas maayos. Kasi dito na tayo mag-i-inverse. Minus 4 over s cube plus 16s over s to the 4th plus 48 over s to the 6th. So, kunin natin yung kanyang inverse Laplace. Okay. So, for the inverse Laplace, no? So, katulad yung sabi ko kanina, formula based lang tayo. So, 1 over s is simply, simply 1, no? Yung 1 over s natin. Minus, no? 4. Again, ilabas nyo na agad yung 4. Then, we have s cube. No? 1 over s cube, rather. Okay. Diba, remember, the Laplace transform of t raised to n, no, is equal to n factorial over s raised to n plus 1. Diba? That is the Laplace transform of t raised to n. So, eto, yung 1 over s cube, medyo malapit na siya dito, no? Kung nawawala lang yung n factorial. Okay, so, ang gagawin natin, no? So, in this case, burahin ko na to, no? In this case, 1 over s cube. So, this is actually, no, equivalent to 1 over s raised to 2 plus 1. No? Maghiwalay kayo ng 1 lagi. Kapag mayroong exponent yung s, maghiwalay kayo ng 1. Then, i-multiply nyo sa n factorial over n factorial. Which is in this case, 2 factorial over 2 factorial. Okay, bakit? Pwede nyo kasing i-rewrite to as 1 over 2 factorial multiplied to 2 factorial over s raised to 2 plus 1, which gives us the form of the Laplace transform of t raised to n, no? Para makuha natin yung format. Kasi kapag hindi natin nakuha yung format, hindi natin siya pwedeng gamitan ng table. Okay? So 1 over s cube is equal to 1 over 2 factorial or 1 half, no, times 2 over s raised to 2 plus 1. Ayan. So kapag ganito na, so again n is equal to t, no? Ay, t is equal, rather, n is equal to 2 pala, sorry. N is equal to 2, so 4 times, don't forget yung 1 over 2 factorial natin, no? Tapos, t raised to 2. Ayan, ganun lang siya. No? Then we have plus 16. Okay? Si s raised to 4 naman, burahin ko na to, no? Ayan. Si s raised to 4 naman, so this is equivalent to 3 factorial over s raised to 3 plus 1, no, times 1 over 3 factorial. Okay, so we have times 1 over 3 factorial t raised to 3, no? Ayan, t raised to 3 or t cube. Okay, then last, no, yung s raised to 6 natin. So this is 5 factorial over s raised to 5 plus 1 times 1 over 5 factorial. Okay, so lalagay na lang natin yung ano, of course, yung 48 times 1 over 5 factorial, no? Then multiplied to t raised to 5. No? Ayan, ganun lang kasimple gamitin yung inverse Laplace transform table natin. Okay? So therefore, we have, no, simplify lang natin, 1 minus 4 divided by 2 is 2, 2t squared. Then 16 times 3, so that is 8 over 3 factorial, so 16 over 6 pala, sorry. So 16 divided by 6, that is 8 over 3 t cube. Ayan. Then plus 48 over 5 factorial, that is 48 over 120. Tama ba? 120. Then the simplified fraction is 2 over 5. T raised to 5. Ayan. So that's how we get the inverse Laplace transform. Okay? So next, no, another example, no, yung letter B natin. Letter B. F of 2, no, f of 2 tuloy. F of s is equal to 3s plus 1 over s squared plus 25. Okay, so ito yung pinapahanap sa atin. No? So, again, no, paghiwalayin ko lang siya, pero dapat same yung denominator. So, we have 3s over s squared plus 25 plus 1 over s squared plus 25. Okay, tapos ito na yung kukunin natin yung Laplace transform. Inverse Laplace pala, sorry. Okay, so we have f of t is equal to, okay, so lalabas yung 3, of course. Then we have s over s squared plus 25. So, s over s squared plus a squared, that is cosine. No, tama ba ako? Yeah, cosine. No, cosine 80. So, we need to transform this 25, which is equal to a squared, into a. So, since a squared is equal to 25, a is equal to 5. So, we have cosine, 3 cosine 5t. Okay, kasi again, no, this is just the same as s squared plus 5 squared, no? So then plus, oops, we have 1 over s squared plus 25. Mayroon tayong formula for walang s sa numerator, which is sine, no? Pero however, sine, the Laplace transform of sine 80 Pag kinuha natin yung Laplace transform na to, so this is equivalent to a over s squared plus a squared. No? And wala tayong a na 5, no? Dito sa taas 1 ang meron tayo. So what we will do, ano bang gagawin natin? So pwede akong mag-multiply ng dito lang sa second term. Pwede akong mag-multiply ng 5 over 5. No? Para yung 5 ililipat ko dito para ma-satisfy ko yung formula ng sin 80. Then yung 1 over 5 na may iiwan, i-consider ko siya as constant. So we have 1 over 5 sin 5t. Ayan. So this is the inverse Laplace transform of this function. Ayan, burahin ko na to, no? Ayan. So, yun, no? Basically, that's how you do the inverse Laplace transform with property. Okay, letter C. Ito C medyo maduguto ng code, konti lang naman. No, so f of s is equal to s plus 1, s plus 2, s plus 3. S plus 4, yun nasa taas. Okay? So, what is the inverse Laplace transform? So, before we proceed with the actual inverse, no, i-simplify muna natin tong fraction na to, no? Ayan. So, pagka ganito, nakakita kayo ng merong multiplication sa denominator, no? Multiplication of functions, no? Matik ipa-partial fraction nyo. So, paano ba natin gagawin yung partial fraction? So, we have yung ating original function, s plus 4, no? Over s plus 1, s plus 2, s plus 3. Ayan. Tapos, iisa-isahin natin per multiple. Lalagyan natin ng 1 degree lower numerator. No? Halimbawa, ito, a. Ayan. Plus s plus 2, b. Ayan, para mas consistent. Then plus s plus 3, c. Okay? So, ito ngayon yung ipapalit natin mamaya. Pero we need to first identify the values of a, b, and c. Kapag may ganito guys, no, ang goal niyo is to evaluate the partial fraction using the values of s that will make the denominator 0. That's the ultimate goal of partial fractions para ma-solve natin yung a, b, and c. Okay? So, first, no, ang gawin natin is multiply natin sa kanyang denominator. No, sinulat ko na lang din. Ayan, denominator yan. Basta ito, i-multiply nyo siya dito sa tatlo. Ito. Ayan, i-multiply nyo siya dun sa tatlo. No, so, we have s plus 4 is equal to a times yung s plus 1, may s plus 1 tayo. So, tatakpan nyo muna s plus 1. Ano yung naiiwan? Yun yung i-multiply ninyo. No? Yun yung i-multiply ninyo. S plus 2 times s plus 3. Then we have b, no? Which is merong s plus 2 sa denominator. So, tatakpan ko lang yung s plus 2. Yung may iiwan, yun yung i-multiply ko kay b. S plus 1 times S plus 3. Then, ganun din kay C. Ayan. S plus 4 is equal to A times S plus 2 times S plus 3 plus B times S plus 1 times S plus 3 plus C times S plus 1 plus S plus 2. So again, no, values of S that will make the denominator 0. Pag mga ganito, no, mga multiples na linear lang naman yung factors, yun yung factors, linear factors lang siya, you can just simply get the negative nung ano, or yung value na S that will make the multiple 0. No? For example, at S is equal to 1, negative 1 rather. No? At S is equal to negative 1, yung S plus 1 is magsi-0. Okay, so ibig sabihin lahat ng may multiple na S plus 1 dito sa ating original, in case ito, tsaka to. Ay, sorry. Hindi pala. Ito, tsaka to. Ayan. So, yan, 0 sila. So, ibig sabihin, you can just simply equate this as S plus 4 is equal to A times s plus 2 times s plus 3. Ayan. So, ito yung value, ay yung ating i-evaluate for the value of a. So, substitute nyo lang, negative 1 plus 4 is equal to a times negative 1 plus 2 times negative 1 plus 3. Okay? So, we have 3 is equal to 3a. Sorry, 2a. Bakit siya naging 2a? So, negative 1 plus 2 is 1. Negative 1 plus 3 is 2. So, 2 times 1 is 2. Ayan, 2a. So, therefore, the value of a is equal to what? 3 over 2. Kasi i-divide mo lang naman siya, no, on both sides. Ayan. Para makancel. Ayan. So, a is equal to 3 over 2. Meron na tayong value ng a. So, next. Jump tayo sa pangalawang multiple. At s is equal to negative 2, magsisiro yung s plus 2. So, at s is equal to negative 2, okay, so we have s plus 4 is equal to, lahat ngayon, no, kung kanina yung may s plus 1, no, lahat ngayon, yung merong s plus 2. No? So, we have a and c. No? Sila yung makakancel. Ang may iwan ngayon is si b naman. So, we have b is equal to s plus 1 times s plus 3. So, we have 2 is equal to negative 1 times 1, which is, ang tawag dito? Tama ba? Yeah, negative 1 times 1. So, b is equal to 1. Tama ba? Ayan. Negative 1. Tama, negative 1. Kasi, sige na, sulit ka nga. Ba't ko kasi mental eh. Ayan. So, this is negative 1. This is positive 1. So, pag minultiply nyo sila, magiging negative 1. So, b is equal to negative 2. Ayan. Okay, next. At s is equal to negative 3 naman kasi may s plus 3 tayo, di ba? So, instead na si a and c, no, si a and b ngayon ang mawawala kasi may s plus 3 sila parehas. So, ang mako-compute natin is si c. No? So, we have negative 3 plus 4 is positive 1 is equal to c times s plus 1, that is negative 3 plus 1, so that is negative 2. Then, s plus 2, no? So, we have negative 3 plus 2 is negative 1. And so, therefore, this is equal to positive 2. No? So, we have 1 is equal to 2c. So, therefore, c is equal to 1 half. Ayan. So, we have ito, tsaka to. Yan ngayon yung ipapalit natin dun sa mga fractions natin kanina. No? So, we have, therefore, the new f of s is equal to, nasan ako? Ayun. So, 3 over 2 times 1 over s plus 1. Then we have minus 2 over s plus 2. So, plus 1 half, yun yung c, times 1 over s plus 3. Ayan. So, ayan. Okay, so ready na tayo mag-inverse Laplace. Okay, so we have f of t. Again, no, lalabasan ang constant. Then 1 over s plus 1. Remember that 1 is a perfect square. So, if 1 is equal to a squared, therefore a is equal to 1. No? Tapos meron na tayo a over s squared plus s squared. So, that is simply what? That is simply... hindi pala s squared. Sorry. S plus 1. So, e raised to 80. No? Remember, the Laplace transform of e raised to 80. Okay, this is equivalent to 1 over s minus a. No? So, malapit to, no? However, the value of a in this case is negative 1. No, bakit? This is also equivalent to s minus negative 1. Okay? So, since negative 1, no? a is equal to negative 1. Therefore, the inverse Laplace transform of 1 over s plus 1 is e raised to negative t. No? So, yun yung susulat ko. Ayan, burahin ko na to ha. Okay, next. Minus 2. No? Lalabas yung constant. So, 1 over s plus 2 again, no? So, that is e raised to negative 2t. Kasi plus, no? Then we have plus 1 half. 1 over s plus 3, so that is e raised to negative 3t. Ayan. So, this is the Laplace transform, or rather the inverse Laplace transform of the function, yung kanina natin, no? Yan. F of s is equal to s plus 4 over s plus 1 plus s plus 2 plus s plus 3. Times pala, sorry. Times s plus 3. Ayan. So, yeah, basically, no, that's it. That's for the properties of Laplace transform and inverse Laplace transform. So, as a practice, no, practice problem, no, you can try this on your own. Okay, ayan. So, letter X, no, the f of s is equal to 1 over s times s plus 2 times s squared plus 4. Ayan. Sige, kung I hope may naintindihan, no? Kung may questions, just leave it down in the comments below, no? So I can answer. So, thank you for listening. See you on the next lesson.